All right. Welcome into the brand new show with myself and Down Under Dave called Backtrack. This was Dave's idea that I quickly fell in love with because it's showcasing music that we grew up with that made an impact on us. And I'm not speaking for Mr. Down Under, the music I prefer. So those of you watching who assume I'm just some metalhead are extremely incorrect. It is my favorite go-to music, but my favorite music of all time will be featured on this show, and it has nothing to do with screaming guitars and vocals, as you will find out. I would like to point out before I turn it over to Dave, a certain panelist who will remain nameless, Darren, likes to pigeonhole me as closed minded and won't give anything a chance. And he just beats that home. To that, I say, when it comes to hard rock and metal, absolutely. I like my hard rock and metal a certain way. You're about to find out why I like it a certain way because it's coming off of my roots, stuff that could be the type of music we're going to put on here, just a little harder. So, again, melody and harmony mean a lot. So, when you come to me with this new music that I supposedly am closed minded about, normally it's because it's a bad singer, no melody, no harmony. I don't care if the beat's good. I don't care if it's a heavy song. That means nothing to me. And in terms of Darren's argument, I promise you, I will bet anything I ever have owned, will own, that I have a massively more vast musical taste than Darren could ever imagine having. So, Dave.
Just muting because we've got the aeroplanes flying across and
Oh, okay.
sounds like we're being bombed. Uh,
Good.
yeah, as you're saying, Rob, obviously I do have a love of the harder rock, but I grew up with this pop music, songs that, radio friendly, you can remember the hook all day long and it sits in your head, gets that little worm in there. I like the softer side of rock. I mean, I've always said that I like ballads, but even the disco era when it came out, and it wasn't all great, but there were some great songs in that era. And that
Absolutely.
even that song you sort of play at the beginning, if that doesn't take you back to that late 70s, early 80s, I don't know what will. Um, but yeah, I have a love for pop music. Always have, always will. Probably no surprise why The Warning and Ghost are two of my favorite newer acts because they both have melody. They both have harmony. It's got that old sound to it, not this new stuff that we have. With sometimes it's hard to pick a chorus, to be honest,
Yeah.
and I have
Yeah.
trouble with that. I think, is that a chorus? Am I listening to the chorus now? Yeah.
Yeah. And I
Give
have
me give me
all,
that old fashion hook.
yeah. And I take those old records off the shelf, right? That was
Mm.
written for a reason.
Yep.
Um, and I have respect for the bands who created metal and are heavier, but it doesn't mean I have to like it. I've never been that kind of metalhead. I've always loved hard rock metal, but like we said, we grew up with this stuff and we transformed into that stuff because that's what you did at that age.
Mm.
But I never stopped listening to this music. Whether I outwardly admitted it or not back then was a different story. But if you had to say stranded at, a desert island for the rest of your life, classic rock and hair metal, or the stuff we're going to be doing on this show every week, this show wins every single time.
Mm. Yeah. Well, like I said, a lot of my friends and their mothers loved ABBA
Mm-hmm.
growing up. Now, I refused to like them because of the fact my mum liked them. And I was a big Sweet fan, and ABBA seemed to get all the accolades. They're always on all the shows. So I hated them for the reason of that. But deep down, I loved that music. It was just,
Yeah. Yeah.
you couldn't deny it.
My mom got me hooked on ABBA when I was young elementary school. I mean, and probably even a little before. And I think I've told the story before, but a long time ago, my dad owned bars over the years. I'd rarely ever see him. But at the time, jukeboxes run off 45 albums,
Hmm.
or the 45 singles.
Yep.
So we had a box of stuff they'd change out. He'd give us, the 45s or whatever. And this is where I found all this stuff. My mom would be listening to it as well. I wish I still had that box of 45s. Not that it's valuable, because 45s aren't really, and you can find them anywhere, but just because there's a sentimental attachment that didn't know would exist back when I got rid of everything. But that's what shaped my life. Because other than Kiss, when I was 5 through into when hair metal finally came out, it was Kiss and then everything we had that was pop. It wasn't Kiss and AC/DC and whoever was out. It was Kiss only for hard rock, and then the rest was pop for me.
I definitely say if you look at the 70s, I think the British music with pop was probably the strongest. Then I think in the 80s, the American pop music, that radio friendly stuff was much better.
Yeah, and I think that's why Dynasty, I Was Made for Loving You, Unmasked, and The Elder never bothered me. As a young kid who's 10, 11, 12 years old, whatever it was, because I love pop music. So it didn't phase me a bit. I never once dropped the needle on a new album and thought, what is this with Kiss? It was always like, holy shit, this sounds like, this song that I grew up with, or this. I love pop music. So that's a big reason why Kiss has always been my favorite band, because they give you everything. Unlike AC/DC, Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, these type of bands who it's all heavy all the time and that's it.
I think Kiss stayed my favorite band because they survived, where Sweet were my first love, but of course they didn't survive. So not in the same realm as Kiss did. So Kiss were always going to take that.
Well, and I
go
wish,
back to those 70s stuff. Sweet were my number one.
Yeah, and if I would have grown up with it, it probably would have been up there for me too. I unfortunately didn't discover them until I started doing contracting work with my uncle in my mid-teen years. He had a personal or a private contracting business, and we'd go hang sheetrock or do whatever. And he had his old boombox with his, dubbed tapes. They weren't even the originals.
Yep.
And he had a dub tape of Desolation Boulevard and a dub tape of Queen. And that's how I discovered these bands. I mean, and obviously I knew Fox on the Run from the radio and some Queen songs from radio, another one, Bites the Dust and stuff. But the rest of their catalog, I was like, what is this? So thanks to him, I realized who Sweet was late in the game. But yeah, another amazing hard rock band that gave you a poppier side as well. And I think that's why bands like that I love so much, because you can, if I want hard stuff, I can listen to album X. If I want poppier stuff, I got this album. And I like that.
That's the new generation. That's how we made playlists back in the day. We got a tape out.
Yeah.
And we individually put music on. Sometimes you got it off the radio and you had to wait for the DJ to shut up.
Yeah, and he'd ruin the first 15 seconds of the song, yeah.
And the last 15 or 20 when they cut anything. Ooh.
Right.
Which was really bad on Fox on the Run, because I love that intro.
Oh, that intro is amazing. Okay, well, I think I will let you go first. We have not run these by each other at all. I don't know what Dave's doing. I'll give you a couple of little bullet points that I found of the songs or artists for the songs that I'm going to do, but we're just going to go back and forth here, and we'll pause periodically so we don't get too much, copyright trouble.
Can we just hang on one sec? Can we pause?
Go ahead.
All right, hang on.
Yep. So I hope Scott watches this, because he's going to love this, right? Even Captain Lou made reference to how gay this is. This coming from the guy who owns pretty much every instrumental monster movie soundtrack. And I'm not talking Halloween with cool themes, right? I'm talking like stuff from the 50s. So take what Lou thinks with a very fine grain of salt. And Darren, well, I hope he watches this and gets an education on what real music is and learns that my musical taste is much more vast than he could ever imagine.
Yeah, I love it when the mailman knocks on your door when you're in the middle of something.
The mailman? Did he at least give me a
but if you don't answer, I'll piss off with it and you have to go down to the post office to pick it up.
Yeah. All right, start us off.
Oh, let's see. I'm looking through my list now and I'm thinking, what should I put on first? Is there anything here that would offend Rob?
I doubt it.
Probably. There might be a few things. All right, I'm going to go with a song first that came out in that mid-70s. Now, excuse the film clip because most film clips back in the day were shocking. For some reason, people back in the day could not lip sync.
No, it was
Have you
horrible.
noticed that?
Yeah,
It's like,
I don't think it was their problem. I think the overdub when they laced the studio track on top of the video, they screwed it up.
and forgive their hairstyles because
Yeah, but that's
when
the
I
beautiful
look,
thing. And that's where Darren, I tried to introduce Darren to a really, really good band, Mouth and McNeil, over the internet. And all he could do was mock how they looked. And I'm thinking, dude, it's not about how they look. Think about somebody 50 years from now looking at the grunge era with their moth-eaten carnigans and their uncombed hair. I mean, it's going to be the same thing, right?
yeah, we wore some weird stuff in the 70s.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go. Song number 1 for me. I've always loved this song, so here we go.
Telling me a lie without a reason why. You've blown it all sky high. You've blown it all sky high. Our love had wings to fly. We could have touched the sky. You've blown it all sky high.
All right, I've heard this and it's fantastic. Total sweet feel with them high chorus harmonies, but I don't know the band. Who's the band?
Jigsaw, they were called.
Jigsaw, British, I'm assuming.
Yeah, British brand. I was laughing because I was just watching the choreography there. Like, I don't know who's playing the bass guitar, but I mean, I know who it is, but I don't know what he's playing. But
Well, for the whole time, I'm sitting there going, "Who's singing?"
Singing drummer,
the drummer, yeah.
which was popular back in the day because Paper
Yes.
Lace, Billy Don't Be a Hero was a, I'm not saying whether I've got that one or not, but one day.
All right, well, let's continue. Oh, I thought you were grabbing it. That's all right. Fantastic. This is what I mean. When people get on me about dogging on people who are wearing just t-shirts and jeans, like they just came out of the crowd. Even something as sterile as suit jackets and slacks, it's a look.
Mm.
I mean, they don't have to match. In fact, I hate it when they match. But you knew if you pulled the audience and turned that camera on, you ain't going to find a bunch of people standing there in suits. You got to have a look. Rock and roll or any music to me is so much more than just the music. It is a vibe. It is an image. It is a persona. And I just get lambasted when I fixate on that. But understand where I came from. It ain't just Kiss, ABBA, Elvis, any of these people. They had a look. The Beatles. You knew they were part of the band, not the audience. And that's just always been the way it was. And I insist on it being that way.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I mean, that 70s look, the flared pants, the platform shoes, which I wore in the 70s, unbuttoned
You did?
shirt to show your hairy chest. Yeah, yeah.
I wish I'd have been
So,
old to do that. I mean, I was 10 years old in 1980 or whatever, 1982. So I wasn't old enough to even know what platform shoes were. I just thought it was something Kiss had, and that was it.
so this was 75, so I was 11. And at school, we used to actually do like a little concert where we'd pretend to be sweet and we'd put on a
Awesome.
show, which
Awesome.
was 5 cents to get in, and we used to give the money to, one of the
Awesome.
charities that the school did. So, and even one time we got a real drum set and a real guitar because our music teacher lent them to us. So, we'd have our platforms and we'd given it. I was
Any
buying
chance any family member had a Super High 8 or something to video that?
back in those days. I'm actually glad maybe we didn't live in that era. But yeah, I even put the little beauty mark.
Oh, wow.
Because that's what Sweet did. They had that kind of thing, so.
Absolutely. All right.
That's
Well,
when I wasn't shy, Rob.
Oh, yeah, imagine that. I thought you were shy until you came on the show and I learned my lesson.
Well, I was. So that was, when I look back now, I think, how did I do that back then? What happened?
Okay, well, I am going to make sure I got up right here. My first one coming up is a coincidence, let's call it.
Okay. Oh,
When the town of Chicago died, and they talk about it still. When a man named Al Capone tried to make that town his own, and he called his gang to war with the forces of the law. I heard my mama cry. I heard her pray the night Chicago died. Brother, what a night it really was. Brother, what I thought it really was. Glory be. I heard my mama cry. I heard her pray the night Chicago died. Brother, what a night the people saw. Brother, what a night the people saw. Yes, indeed.
One of my first experiences of a 45 was this song, and I about wore it out. Paper Lace, I said coincidence because you just mentioned them earlier. This is 1974, of course, British band. And contrary to what a lot of message boards will tell you, this has really nothing to do with the St. Valentine's Day Massacre in 1929. It was a fictional story because the St. Valentine's Day Massacre was one mob family ambushing another. It was not cops versus police. This is completely fictitious. Could have been loosely based on something like that, but definitely has nothing to do with the St. Valentine's Day Massacre.
yeah. I mean, this song is so in my wheelhouse. As soon as you put it on, I thought, he's done the other one.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what happened to this band because Billy Don't Be a Hero and the Night
Oh,
Chicago Day was such big
Great
hits,
songs. Yes.
but then they seem to just disappear.
It happened to a lot of these bands in the 70s, and I don't know how the record business was back then, if there was you're contracted for X amount of albums like in the 80s and stuff. I don't really know how that worked, if that they just fell out of favor with the label or what.
I mean, I know we went through such a big change through the 70s with the style of music as well, because, your mid 70s, you're only a couple of years from punk starting to become a thing.
Right.
you know, and,
And
disco.
disco.
So,
Yep.
you know, we each have our
Okay.
opinions on punk, but
Yeah, I like some, but that's conversation for a different day.
oh yeah.
All right, let's finish Paper Lace.
And the sound of the battle rang through the streets of the old east side, till the last of the hoodlum gang had surrendered up or died. They were shouting in the street, and the sound of running feet. And I asked someone who said, about 100 cups a day. I heard my mama cry. I heard her pray the night Chicago died. Brother, what a night it really was. Brother, what I thought it really was. Glory be. I heard my mama cry. I heard her pray the night Chicago died. Brother, what a night the people saw. Brother, what a night the people saw. Yes, indeed. Then there was no sound at all but the clock upon the wall. Then the door burst open wide, and my daddy stepped inside, and he kissed my mama's face, and he brushed her tears away. The night Chicago died. The night Chicago died. Brother, what a night the people saw. Brother, what a fight the people saw. Yes, indeed. The night Chicago died. The night Chicago died. Brother, what a night it really was. Brother, what a fight it really was. Glory be. The night Chicago died. The night Chicago died. Brother, what a night the people saw.
There we go. Have you noticed some of these older songs? There's like they did like 3 or 4 different videos.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah, because
So-
I think a lot of them that you'd have the video, then they'd have ones where they're top of the pops or
yeah,
some
yeah.
other things, and so there's a few available. I was just looking them up, and they only had 2 studio albums.
Oh, that's
One in
it. Huh?
72 and 74.
Okay.
Last single they had was 1978.
Just
But it
a-
says that
just
they're
put
still
out a
going.
single. They are still going.
It still says present. So 1967 to present is their years active. So they must
Jeez.
just do the pubs and clubs or whatever. But
I guess. All right.
yeah, one of those bands. That Billy Don't Be a Hero was. I
Great
played the
song.
crap out of that thing.
Yeah.
My mum and dad bought it was called I think it was 1974 Explosive Hits or something. You know, so it
I
had
love
20
those
songs on it.
compilation albums that they had.
And that was on there. Same with, had some Susie Quattro and, well, had Gary Glitter, but we don't talk about that these days.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was, to me, just a perfect pop song. I mean,
Absolutely.
all right. See if I can get away from a singing drummer. Just seems funny that we both had a singing drummer. We always talk about, there weren't many singing drummers, and then we had 2. All right. I'm going to go for one. So this is, once again, it's 1975, which was a big year for me. I love 1975. I am sure you will know this one. I think everybody in the world knows this one. But I like a ballad, and here we go.
I'm not in love, so don't forget it. It's just a silly phase I'm going through. And just because
Apologize. 10cc. Fantastic band. What can you tell me, Dave?
So these were introduced to me by one of my sister's boyfriends. I'd obviously heard a couple of the songs on the radio, but some of their album deep tracks were just so great. A band that's still going. I mean, they've had quite a few different members over the years, but I think Goodley and Cream were probably the two most famous ones. Just the way they made those sounds. I mean, I saw a special on how they did this song in particular, and the number of tracks they had to do to get all that voicing in. It was just, at the time, it was unheard of.
Yes.
The amount of backtrackers they had in this, and it was just, and to me, this is not really a love song. It's more of an anti-love song.
Right.
Which, of course, back in 1975, I had no idea. I don't know what love was. I liked Snickers bars. That was love. You know. I love the Snickers.
I will say what you're going to find here, to all you metalheads who may be trying to choke this down. There's a common denominator. I'm willing to bet from now until this show stops being a thing, which I don't see an end to for a very long time. The common denominator is these bands can sing. All right. Now, I don't want to hear Sebastian Bach. I don't want to hear Brian Johnson, Bon Scott, any of these screamers. That's not singing. It may be cool and it sounds good, but it's not singing. Another reason why I am a huge Paul Stanley and Kiss fan, where people will mock things, Scott, like Odyssey, and Lou, like the falsetto and Magic Touch. Paul Stanley can sing. Paul Stanley could have done this music in his sleep. That's what I've always looked for. Yes, you can scream. Great. Can you sing? And we're going to have no shortage of singers on this show.
And that's the thing. If you can get a singer who you could just listen to by himself, with no instruments behind, and you try and do that with some of those rock singers, and be like, it get a bit boring.
Yeah,
real quick.
Absolutely. Okay, let's continue. 10cc.
Big boys don't cry. Big boys don't cry. Big boys
Keep your picture upon the wall. It hides a nasty stain that's lying there. So don't you ask me to give it back. I know you know it doesn't mean that much to me. I'm not in love, no, no. Let's keep Ooh, you wait a long time for me. Ooh, you wait a long time. Ooh, you wait a long time for me. Ooh, you wait a long time.
wish they'd have done whatever that bell thing is at the very end there a little more before the fade. It's a really cool, soothing sound. Outstanding ballad, another mood music, just chill vibe, which I absolutely love. So, Vacant Heart, call it gay all you want. You're wrong. Anything else on 10cc, Dave?
Like I said, a band that I really loved. Obviously, they were super strong through the 70s. Like a lot of those 70s bands died off. Like I said, they're still going, but obviously not to the levels they were back then. But they've got so many hits, and I'm sure we'll see plenty more of them before not
Yes.
this night, but other nights are through.
All
And
right.
we're
So,
big on in both parts of the, in the US
yes,
and the UK.
absolutely. Absolutely. These guys were international superstars. I'm going to take it back to 1970 and really blow people's minds here because Paper Lace, that was
55.
kind of a heavy song. So they're thinking, yeah, that's easy to believe Rob likes that. Let's see what you all think of me after this.
Hey girl, what you doing down there? Dancing alone every night while I live right above you. I can hear your music playing. I can feel your body swaying. One floor below me, you don't even know me. I love you. Oh my darling, not 3 times on the ceiling if you want me. Twice on the pipe if the answer is no. Oh my sweetness means you meet me in the hallway. Whoa, twice on the pipe means you ain't gonna show.
Speaking of people who can sing, Tony Orlando and Dawn and 2 smoking hot ladies. Am I out of your wheelhouse here, Dave?
No, I remember this song. Mel was probably 6 years old when this came out, so it was at the time where once again I was into my transistor radio, so all this stuff was on the radio. I always wondered though, because he says not 3 times on the ceiling. How tall was she?
Maybe using a broom.
I was to say, because I listened then, I'm thinking, and I could see you rocking that outfit he's wearing right now.
Oh, that would be fabulous, right? I have a little chest hair, not nearly that much.
You can, what they call him, a merkin?
Something like that. It's like almost like what do you call those? A gi, the karate things. I'm just impressed with his sideburns.
Oh well, that was a thing in the 70s,
Yes.
wasn't it? The
Yes.
big sideburns. My
This obviously was before my time, but this was in the 45 box and one of my absolute favorites to go to.
I was going to say my Welsh compatriot, Mr. Tom Jones.
Oh,
had
yes.
some great sideburns.
Yes. And some great songs.
Oh yes, and he
All
can
right.
sing.
Let's finish.
If you look out your window tonight, pulling the string with the note that's attached to my heart. Read how many times I saw you, how in my silence I adored you, and only in my dreams did that wall between us come apart. Oh my darling, not 3 times on the ceiling if you want me. Twice on the pipe if the answer is no. Oh my sweetness means you meet me in the hallway. Whoa, twice on the pipe means you ain't gonna show. Oh, I can hear the music playing. I can feel your body swaying. One floor below me, you don't even know me. I ceiling if you want me. Whoa, twice on the pie. If the answer is no,
I love you,
oh my sweetness, means you'll meet me in the hallway. Twice on the pie means you ain't gonna show. Oh my darling, knock 3 times on the ceiling if you want me. Whoa.
Okay, one of my all-time favorites.
And you could understand every word he said.
Yeah, imagine that.
Don't have to look up lyrics. I can hear them.
Yes, correct.
How many times these days you have to look up the lyrics if you
Oh,
want
geez.
any
Even
idea?
with Kiss in the 80s when they started having the words on the sleeves, I'd have to check certain words at least.
Def Leppard, Rocket.
Okay.
No idea what they're singing.
Oh, he's just rambling.
It's like, what? Oh, dear. Not tonight, but there will be. I do have something coming up that will have a much earlier time period, like
Ooh.
60s.
All right.
So not tonight. But we'll,
Hopefully I get an education because I didn't really channel back that far. So.
do you want to remove yours off the stage just so I?
Oh, whoops. Sorry. Hold on.
Otherwise, we'll get the overflow,
All right.
and we don't want that.
No.
Right. Okay. Since we're in that mid-70s, I have to go with a song that you know I love, I know you love, and we were talking about it not long ago.
I paused it earlier, but I was so enjoying myself. I completely forgot. Amazing choice. And in my opinion, still the greatest harmonies of any male band ever.
I have to totally agree with you. And this, to me, is the perfect mix of pop and rock.
And the original
they-
glam band, people. The
definitely.
original glam band.
Definitely. A lot of those hair metal bands will tell you that Sweet were a huge inspiration.
And how about the fact that, you know, it's, you could say Bon Jovi with John and Richie, maybe Extreme with Nuno and Gary, but Steve Priest and Connolly, either one could lead sing at any time, as they
definitely.
proved. Andy Taylor sang a song. Just all phenomenal musicians, performers, and vocalists. So rare, especially nowadays. Forget about it. Amazing. Let's finish.
I was gonna say, are you pointing out the double bass drums or?
Shut up. I will say too, Mr. Peter Criss and his infamous gong, all alive too. Guess who did it way before
Oh,
Kiss
yes.
was even playing? Yes,
Definitely.
absolutely. Here we go. And thankfully, I got to see Mr. Steve Priest months before he passed, with his traveling version of Sweet. Not the same, but as close as I could ever get to seeing the real Sweet, because Andy Scott, his version seemingly never comes to the United States. So
So that was contractual.
that was what?
That was contractual between Steve and Andy.
Oh, really? Okay.
So Steve wanted the US as his thing. So Andy did Europe,
Yeah,
Australia.
because I
and
know
stuff.
Andy at one point in time in an interview, a somewhat recent interview before Steve passed, or maybe just after, said that he had reached out and said, well, I don't care if you do this, but why don't you come back here and then we'll do it together. But Steve didn't want to leave the States.
What I don't like is the fact that those guys are still touring as the Sweet without Steve in there.
No, that's Steve Priest's wife who is pushing that and allowing that. From what I understand, I suppose she's getting profits from it, and that explains a little bit. Let's face it, Sweet wasn't millionaires. I mean, maybe they were early on, but we all know how that money goes away. But yeah, I don't like that one bit either. In fact, I think it was Rock Timber or one of the fairs I was at, that band after Steve Priest passed was on the bill, and I watched the couple of bands, whoever I was there for, and we started walking back. And it's an outdoor stadium, and we could hear Sweet sound checking, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, with my back turned, walking away from the venue, I hear perfect, sweet harmonies being just belted out. And I turn around and look, there's nobody on stage. They're testing the keyboard, and each key had the harmonies on there. I'm like, come on. Bad enough you're carrying on the name. Now you're just going to pipe in their vocals. I mean, geez.
Andy still does those high vocals.
Yes,
with
he
his
does.
band.
Yes, he does. Him and Priest were the high singers in that band, not Connolly.
No.
All right. So another amazing one, and I'm going to hit 1978 with a song I know that you enjoy.
Okay.
We'll see what people out there think. Let's go.
You're muted, Rob.
All right. Yeah, Patrick Hernandez, considered Euro disco. And I didn't even know that was a thing. But I suppose Europe's version of American disco. This song reappeared on my radar after decades of me not even remembering I loved it when Vegas Vacation came out. And they're driving down the strip, and Clark's got his blue toilet water all the way up his sleeve, and they're looking out at the volcanoes, at the Mirage and everything, and this song is playing. I'm like, oh, how fitting. It's perfect for the visual. I love this song. I forgot about it, and from that moment on, I downloaded it, and here we are.
It's funny because it's on my playlist for tonight, so I'll take it off. So, like I said, this was the song I used to go when we were roller skating, and quite often when we went roller skating, I'd be there playing Asteroids in the arcade part. But as soon as this song came on, it was
out
onto
to
the
floor.
ring you go. You had to be out there.
Absolutely. All right, let's finish Born to Be Alive, who I actually kind of thought as a kid, I didn't overthink it, but I figured it was a black guy with that voice.
Got that sound.
Yeah, there we go.
Time was on my side when I was running down the street and folks go fine, fine, fine. Suitcase and an old guitar and something new to occupy my mind, my mind. You see, we're born to be alive. You see, we're born.
And as we talk about on Tunes Brothers many times, some songs have irritating repetition and some songs it just works. And this is one of them where I could listen to that
Definitely.
chorus all day long.
And so most of the time I'd heard this, like transistor through a one earpiece thing. But my mate's dad had a really good stereo, and we put it on that. Boom! Was just
Yeah.
Loved it.
Amazing.
Simple, but I loved it.
But effective. Yes.
Oh, certainly effective. Yeah, as I said, there is just some songs that stay with you, through what 50 years now,
Yeah. No, well,
and I still don't get bored.
79.
Don't get bored with it. Yeah, I think it was 78, 79. It was that
Yeah.
period where I was made for loving you. Which,
Yep.
like I said, were the two big disco songs that people called disco at the roller skating rink.
Yeah.
You had to go out when they came on.
You know, say what you want about disco or I Was Made for Loving You, Scott. When the world likes something instead of just a niche of fans, it's a good song. It just is.
Oh, look, and let's be honest, Kiss's record label was huge into the disco.
Yeah.
Wasn't Donna Summer?
Donna Summer was the
Era.
second artist, I think, after Kiss signed.
And there's a
she
song
was-
with some repetitiveness.
Yeah, but she was amazing.
But how horny did that song get you? I love to love you, baby.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm sure she'll be on here eventually.
Oh, I'm sure. Not tonight, though.
Not today. So we've each got 3 in the bag, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So
And we're at
do one
54
more each?
minutes. You want to do one more each?
One more each, all right.
All right.
And because I'm going to go with the group that's behind you.
Oh, I'm guessing it's ABBA.
You're going to guess right. So
Oh.
I have to do an ABBA song. This is my favorite ABBA song.
Okay.
So I know you'll know it. May not be your favorite. I think I know your favorite, but yeah, this is mine. Oh, she's gorgeous.
I don't wanna talk about things we've gone through, though it's hurting me. Now it's history. I played all my cards, and that's what you've done too. Nothing more to say, no more race to play. The winner takes it all, the loser standing small beside the victory. That's her destiny. I was in your arms, thinking I.
Okay. So what's her name? Bjorn or is it no Frida?
She's Agneta.
So Frida's the dark hair.
Yeah.
Okay. This, and they both have amazing voices, but this, it's always a toss up for my favorite female vocalists ever between her and Olivia Newton-John. The amazing, effortless power and beauty that comes out of these two girls is just amazing.
There is a clip somewhere with Olivia Newton-John with ABBA.
I've seen it and it's amazing. It is absolutely worth the watch if people have not seen it, to search that out. And I think the Bee Gees are in that as well, or at least one of them. But yeah, amazing. Anything about this song? I know you said it's your favorite. Is there a reason why this one of all ABBA songs?
It's funny because obviously when it came out, I was probably 16. So it's not like, I'd been through any of this. I don't know. The first time I heard it, you could feel the emotion in her voice. And I know she didn't write it because the guys wrote it.
Yep.
And at this stage, of course, we didn't know they were having serious issues themselves. But
No.
to be able to do it, knowing what was going on,
Now they were two couples, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know, were they a couple before they became a band? Or did it happen while?
No, so I think they formed as from when the band formed, because the band's been around quite a long time before we
Yeah.
sort of know them. Because Agneta had a career before she joined ABBA when she was a teenager. She was a rising star in Sweden.
Okay.
But I think that all the romantic stuff sort of happened very early on.
And it was her and the blonde guitarist, right? And then
Yeah, Bjorn,
Frida and the
Be-
keyboard.
Benny.
Yeah. Okay. I never knew all their names, but it just didn't matter. Their voices, above all, this might be the single most identifiable band just by vocals that I've ever heard, and just absolute incredible. I know I said Sweet definitely has the greatest harmony of a male band, but overall harmony, you can't beat ABBA. I mean, those girls and both guys, they had such an amazing chemistry. Even some of the songs that I didn't really care for were still extremely well written and well sung songs.
And I think, you got to put them up there with Lennon and McCartney for songwriting.
Absolutely. And they never will be. Absolutely not, because it's not rock, right? And not in the eyes of, history, but it shouldn't matter. A great song is a great song. I don't care what genre it falls in. All right, let's get back to this beautiful ballad.
Belong there. I figured it made sense. Building me a fence, building me a home, thinking I'd be strong there, but I was a fool, laying by the rules. The gods make roll the dice, their minds as cold as ice, and someone way down here loses someone dear. The winner takes it all, the loser has to fall. It's simple and it's plain, why should I complain? But tell me, does she kiss like I used to kiss you? Does it feel the same when she calls your name? Somewhere deep inside, you must know I miss you. But what can I say? Rules must be obeyed. The judges will decide, the likes of me abide. Spectators of the show always stay alone. The game is on again, a lover or a friend, a big thing or a small, the winner takes it all. I don't wanna talk if it makes you feel sad, and I understand. You've come to shake my hand. I apologize if it makes you feel bad, seeing me so tense, no self-confidence. But you see, the winner takes it all. The winner takes it
Absolutely beautiful song, sung by a very beautiful singer with a beautiful voice. ABBA is just the shit, right? I just, wow.
And the girls could be sexy and classy
At the same time, imagine that. Not trashy. Yeah.
No.
All right. I'm going
Back in
to
the day, I would have given my left testicle to be with her, but
Yeah. All right. I'm going to fast forward to the 80s.
ooh, into the 80s.
Early
I think that was
80s.
1980. So
Was it? I wasn't, because
Yeah.
I knew she looked, older than the 70s ABBA there, but I wasn't
Yep.
sure of the year. This could be 1982, I believe.
ooh, 82. Good year.
And a band I never hear anybody really talk about. And it is really a shame.
I
We'll
turned
see.
18 in 1982.
Yeah. Okay. Well, here we go.
Night falls on the city. Baby feels the beat. Slick and sexy angel of the street. Queen of all the neighbors. Watch her when she walks. She don't say nothing, but baby makes her blue jeans talk. Baby makes her blue jeans, yeah, she makes her blue jeans talk. Baby makes her blue jeans, yeah, she makes her blue jeans talk. You know what she's thinking about, and it turns you inside out. She don't say nothing.
Okay, I just had to pause it prematurely there. Doesn't that guy they just showed look like Brian Connolly?
Yeah, a little bit.
Dr. Hook, Baby Makes Her Blue Jeans Walk, I'm sorry. I absolutely loved this 45. I don't know. I know they're kind of a goofball band. I don't know if the eye patch was a gimmick or not.
Yeah, I'm never quite sure. I mean, he wore it all the time. But yeah, they were really big in the 70s and the early 80s there.
Yeah. And again,
A couple of
I
albums.
won't go so far as to say a novelty act, but they kind of made their name on being goofy.
Yeah, I think they had fun with it, which was
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
nothing wrong with
Absolutely.
that.
And the video is fun. If you watch the collective, the collection of people turning to watch this chick walk by, it is hilarious with the eclectic group of people that are just stunned by this chick who does
was back-
she wears those jeans very well.
It's back in the day when you could do a wolf whistle and it wouldn't be offensive to anyone. It
Correct.
was a compliment.
Yes. People, people when they actually understood a compliment, but yeah. All right, here we go.
But baby makes her blue jeans talk. Nighttime in the city. Magic in the air. The action starts at midnight. She'll be there. The queen of all the night birds. A player in the dark. She don't say nothing.
All right,
So
Doctor.
I don't know what she's saying, but I'm listening.
Yeah. Well, I think that was fantastic. Great music for episode 1. I don't even know how I'm going to label these thumbnails other than just episode 1, 2, 3, because tune in to watch. I don't want you to know. That's kind of why we start the song without telling you. Yeah.
Because if
I'm
you know
not-
what it is, I like
Yeah.
the secretive. That's why you don't know what I'm going to play. I don't know what you're going to play.
Right. And
But
we
the
don't.
good thing is episode 1, and you didn't play anything I didn't like.
Same here.
So
Great music, and I have a feeling it's going to kind of be that way more times than not, that both of us are, even if we haven't heard it, which I'm sure may happen eventually. I'm sure it will be something that the other one will at least find decent. But we'll see. Anything can happen. All right.
especially on
So
this program.
yes. So no ranting on this show. I don't ever see that happening. I didn't even swear. So Warren, you should really like that. There you go.
I think this will be a no rant podcast
Yeah,
because
absolutely. Because
there's
it's
nothing
it's
to
stuff,
rant about.
it's stuff we love. Yeah. I mean, it's refreshing, is what it is. All right, backtrack number 1 in the books. We'll look to do this probably every Sunday. What? Oh, the wife wants more. No, we're going to try to keep these around an hour. So next week, episode number 2, backtrack, spread the word. You know people who like this music. I know you do. Get their butts on YouTube instead of their stupid TikToks and everything else. And until next time, thanks for watching.